and what the band is and kind of how it got started.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm Mark Faroudi. I'm the bassist and singer. I'm the guy who started the band. John Jordan is the guitarist and other singer. Jake Saratani is the drummer. He does some vocals. Matt Brock is the other guitarist. Basically, how the band started was I was in another band called A Vital Message, like back in like 2009 or something like that.
Wow.
And that was like post-hardcore, you know, like I sang, and then John was actually the screamer.
Yeah, I think you were saying something about that.
Yeah. So John was actually, we've been doing the band stuff for a while, and the band kind of just ended. You know, we were all in college at the time, and we all had to go to school, and it just kind of fell apart back then. So I actually quit music for like 5 to 6 years,
Wow.
and then obviously graduated college, got into the working world, and then basically just got the urge to do it again. And I had the songs and the band sound in mind for so many years, but just, as you know, working with a bunch of other people at that time, you know, it's hard to like bring that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's how it started. This is Lemon Squeezer. We recorded that and dropped that in 2017. We have 3 EPs out.
Okay.
So we got Mrs. Lemon Squeezer was out in like is actually out April 8th in 2017. Oops was out last year in October, and then we just dropped What Are You Chewing 2018 October like 5th it came out.
Yeah, I saw that. I love the cover for that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the Mansion Party, around the time, you're right, that was like at the time we were like finishing up like that EP, the most recent one. So that was right.
How did the Mansion Party happen? I saw like glimpses of different things on your social medias, and then I was just like, oh my god, this isn't a joke. This is legit.
Yeah, I mean, well, we live in a house, so we all work together. So, or not all the band, but basically a lot of my friends group actually lives and works together at home and stuff like that. So the Mansion Party just came about. We're cool with like these DJs called the Housekeepers in Orlando. They're really big, like house guys. Like they have a bigger following than us, and they're really dope. And they're like, hey, let's have a party. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's. And they wanted us to play, and now I think we're actually gonna do another one here in October, like near Halloween.
Hell
so,
yeah.
Yeah. It's cool.
That is super cool. Yeah, I mean the music video it like reminded me of like when I was a young adolescent going to like parties, and like the feel of the music video is really fresh and kind of something you don't see a lot. Everyone makes these like polished music videos. Like it has to have a story. It has to, you know, make some progress, almost like a movie, and it has to be super nice, and we all have to like dress up and stuff. But it was cool to kind of see that like kind of raw element to the music video, and it's just like you're at a party with your friends having a bunch of fun, and oh shit, 408's playing.
It was kind of, we just, all the music videos we do or have done, and it's always trying to like capture the element of the song and the message of the song. It's just it's like a feeling we're always trying to capture, rather than like, hey, this is a dope music video, like check it out. And even though we may be doing some cool shit like in the video, the sole purpose behind it is like kind of touching people. It's not supposed, it's meant to like be positive message or a message for someone to learn and kind of go on throughout life and just help people with whatever they're dealing with, you know.
That's really cool. Like, that's really cool that you guys do it with a message in mind, not just, hey, here's a bunch of content and us rocking out kind of thing.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's how what the band started, and that's what it was about, basically, was we have these feelings, or I had a lot, you know, because I write and sing, so mainly I'm expressing how I feel. And I went through a lot of shit, whether it was like breakups or failing out of school, or you know, just you name it, I've been there. I've been arrested, DUI, like I wrote about that. And, you know, people, you go through a lot of things in life, and that's what this band is about, just like writing about life, you know?
Yeah, and again, that's not something that you see a lot. Most people write for popularity, not, hey, here's my feelings, because it's almost looked down upon to share your dark, your dark demons, because people are like, all right, man.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. It can be a little vulnerable at times, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm doing it because, to be honest with you, I've listened to, like, music's what got me through those times.
mm-hmm.
And whether it was Blink was like my number one influence, obviously. Those are like the biggest moments, is when, shit's just going terrible and you just hop in the car, you're driving to work, you're driving somewhere, and you're just all in your head, and you turn on like that right Blink song, and then you may have heard it like 13,000 times, but that one time you hear it in that moment that you're in, that one line, that kind of almost changes your life. You're like, wow,
Absolutely.
I never thought of it like that. So
absolutely, I know music's gotten me through some really dark times myself, so I can definitely relate to that. I want to talk about who inspired you to be a musician.
100%, Mark Hoppus, Tom DeLonge, Travis Barker. I mean, it really doesn't get any more than that. Reliant K actually had a huge influence on me as well. Because I wasn't allowed to listen to Blink all the way back when I was younger, because they cussed a lot.
Yeah,
so
I feel that.
I actually just didn't start getting into Blink until I was like 16. But before Blink, it was 100% like Reliant K.
Yes. I'm pressing on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that was some good stuff, man. I grew up listening to Reliant K because I was a Christian boy growing up. So like my parents were all about, hey, you have to go to church, and I'm like, what crazy music can I listen to that they don't swear in?
Exactly. No, that's the same thing. I grew up in the church as well, and Reliant K was, the band that it was okay to listen to because they didn't cuss and everything like that, and that's why, yeah, Reliant K was huge. But I mean, 10 out of 10, Blink, like just everything they're about that really inspired me.
Hell yeah. How long have you been playing music?
I've been playing the bass since 2004. So I've been playing the bass for like 14 years. I'm 28 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So already went over that. How did the band form? We kind of went over that, but like, what was that initial like? We need to do this.
Yeah. So the band. So originally, I just went to the studio January 2017 with 4 songs that I'd written with John, the guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't necessarily know it was going to be a band. Like, obviously, I went and took it very seriously. I was like, I want these to sound the best they can. And I named the band, and I had plans for a music video. So the very first music video we did was Charlotte, and that's somewhere on YouTube now. And that had a bunch of my friends that didn't even play instruments in it, but we just did it because we wanted to do music videos. So the band formed when we got our first show offer in like March of 2017, and I was like, fuck, all right, I need to do this, because we got to play at a venue that I never, got to play at before in the old band, and I was like, damn, yeah, we definitely need to do this and take it seriously. And then a lot of people love the music, and I would never want to really stop making music, so I'm like, all right, this needs to be a band,
Yes. What was that venue that you played at?
Soundbar in Orlando, Florida, downtown Orlando. It was called Back Booth, but it's the same place. It's called Soundbar.
So where do you hope to be personally and as a band in 5 years from now?
I mean, I would be happy with, personally, still doing music, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
As a band, I would like us to be on, big national tours, I would hope, by that time.
Yeah.
We're getting pretty old at that point.
Yeah.
I think we can do it. I think we can definitely be on big national tours by that time.
What is your favorite track off of the most recent album that you guys put out?
Yeah, my favorite track is Odd Man Out
Okay.
on What Are You Chewing? It's got a lot of like Boxcar Racer influence in there. Um, it's about like because we had a couple member changes, not too recently, but fairly recently.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the song is about. Blink has like Man Overboard where they lost like the drummer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of like our Man Overboard. But it was also just a general song about just your feelings at a party when you've seen someone you haven't seen in a long time, and just kind of about life. That's where it's mainly about.
What was your first concert?
Attending my first concert, like real big concert, was Blink.
Hell yeah!
Like that was my real first concert. Obviously, I'd been to like some smaller ones or church concerts, stuff like that, but that doesn't really count. Like my first big concert was Blink for sure.
Do you remember what tour it was?
It was the Honda Civic tour.
Ooh!
That's right when they all together, yeah.
My first concert was Yellow Card and Hawthorne Heights on the Lights and Sounds tour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still getting at that time too. That's sick.
Yeah, I think they had like just released The Silence in Black and White, and it was crazy. It was awesome though. Like there was a huge mud pit. It was on the lawn outside and in Rhode Island, and I didn't know what to expect. I had obviously never been in a pit, never been to a concert, never mind. And people were like picking up chunks of mud and throwing it at each other. It was pretty crazy.
That's cool.
If you could handpick your own music supergroup with 4 artists, who would it be?
I would pick. Wait, yeah, go ahead. I'd pick. Man, this is a tough question. Supergroup, definitely Travis Barker.
Okay.
4 musicians. Alright, I got you. Travis Barker, Kid Cudi.
Okay.
Tom DeLonge.
Okay.
And I guess Mark Hoppus. So I would just add Kid Cudi to Blink-182, and that would be the best group.
Yes. I think you're onto something for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I always thought that Kid Cudi should do, like, because he did that one song with Travis and Steve Aoki back in 2012. I forgot the name of that song. Cudi the Kid.
Yeah, Cudi the Kid. Yeah, that was a great track.
I thought it was a sick, like, thing that should have kept going,
Yeah, definitely. I really enjoyed it. I like the kind of the Travis Barker is an insane drummer, especially when you mix him with like I think he did something with like Eminem or some other big rapper at one point too, and it's just like highly underutilized the fact that he can do live drums for hip hop artists. Like, it needs to be a thing.
Travis Barker. I mean, you could take away Tom and Mark, and him alone will inspire you, like, just by himself,
Yeah. Travis Barker's insanely good. Doesn't get enough credit. How did you get your band name?
So the band name formed from the road. So I went to UCF as 99% of my band did. We all went to UCF, which is in Orlando, Florida, college, obviously. There's 2 main toll roads. One is 417, one is 408.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I named it 408 is not just because it's a road in Orlando. It's because I had many of my like life-changing moments on the road. Like when you're driving and you're just listening to music, or even not listening to music, and you're just going through things like mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it was on that road. Like my major moments and major memories was like, wow, when I first went to college and I was on 408 for the first time. Like I'm from a small town in Florida called Venice, and it sucks over there. And we don't even have like a mall or anything. So to go on like a major highway in a city for the first time on your own, you're like, holy cow, like this is cool. You just got that like feeling. So that's why I named it 408.
Where did you guys get your logo from. I absolutely love like the art for your logo.
Thanks, man. I got our design guy who does our music videos, Pat Daly, actually designed it. So he designed it for us.
No, that's really cool. I was looking at it today. I was like, damn, that's a quality logo.
Yeah, no, he came up with it. I said, I wanted something to look like punk, and our things like lemon punk, like that's our just thing that we branded ourselves as, and that's kind of what he came up with. So
that's really cool.
Sure thing.
If you could go on tour with any band of any style, I think I know the answer to this. Who would you go on tour with, and why?
I would definitely, obviously, would love to go with Blink. I mean, I guess it's almost like unrealistic, but I guess I'll go with the second more realistic one. Would be The Story So Far. I think that would be a really sick band to go on tour with, just because I would say they're my number one like recent influence the last like 3 years or so. They're a great band, and I would say Blink or Story So Far, for sure.
Two extremely good options right there. So, do you guys have any shows coming up that you want to talk about?
We just played with Abandoned by Bears and We Were Sharks, like a week, 2 weeks ago, in Haneo. We have a couple of shows. Honestly, we haven't done or booked anything. We've had many show offers, but we're actually preparing to go back into the studio with Andrew Wade in January, and Andrew Wade's the producer of Day to Remember. So we're kind of already in the writing mode right now. We're just going to start actually next week.
Hell yeah. So you're kind of like, okay, hibernation mode. Let's not book too many shows. Let's hunker down, focus on the album and get it recorded kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. We want to just put out more music. We all did like 5 shows in the last like 45 days. So we're pretty like spent on that. But at the same time, we want to just put out some new material, and if any shows come up in mind that we just want to do last minute, like we're going to do the probably Halloween party. We'll play at our house, something like that.
Yes. You need to send out invites.
Sure.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me. Is there anything else you guys want to plug in the meantime?
Plug Pat Daly. He's a great videographer, great design guy. Just anyone in the music industry, doesn't matter what you're doing, what genre. He's dope. And that's pretty much it, man. That's all I got.
As always, it's great talking to you, man.
Yeah, thank you. It was great.